Okay, good, good.
All right, so before we get into everything, I'm Eric Olanowski with United World Wrestling. Make sure you're following us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Subscribe to YouTube, and we are pleased to welcome in 2020 European champion Morten Thoresen from Norway. And your Instagram handle for the fans watching is MortenThoresen. So give him a follow. Make sure you're following all of us. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you. Seeing your run to the European gold medal in Rome, it was, well, your celebration along with your coaches was something. So let's start here. You're from a small town it's northwest
Yeah,
Norway, correct?
it's like the northern Norway. I come from like this small place. It's only like 60,000 people there, and we have like this small wrestling club that's going quite well.
And do you pronounce it, because it's spelled Bodos, but is it Buda?
The Buddha,
Buda.
Buddha.
I'll have to work on that. So
Yeah,
you
you have
go
to work on
from
that.
Buda to Oslo to train when you're 16 years old. Is that correct?
Yeah, when I was 16 years old, I needed to decide if I'm going to go on a high school in Bodø or if I was going to go on a high school in Oslo and train with the best. And at that point, I just decided I want to try to be the best wrestler in the world. So then I moved to Oslo, and it's a big distance between them also. So I have no family there. So everybody in the wrestling community became my family there.
And speaking of family, one guy in particular, from what I've gathered through reaching out, is Stig Andre.
Yeah, Stig Andre.
He's, of course, the Rio Olympic bronze medalist. And one of my favorite moments from the Rio Games, covering the Rio Games, was him winning his bronze medal and Dennis Kudla from Germany winning their bronze medals. The celebrations with the coaches and families were something else between those two. But he sort of took you under his wing, from what I understand.
Yeah, when I was 16 years old, I came to train with them, and you have the best guy in Norway who's so fucking good, and you want to train with him. But at that time, when I was 16 years old, I was no sparring partner for him. But eventually we took the grades, and he helped me to understand. He teaches me. He don't want it just to beat me up every day. He teaches me as well. So he should get a big honor because of my medal. And in fact, I'm actually living at his home now, so that's quite a funny.
Really?
Yeah, I'm living with him right now, because now we can train together, and we can do things together to keep the shape going.
So during this quarantine, you're living with him and training, and everything's been going well?
Yeah, Stig has a gym in his garage, so we train there every day, 2 times a day. So the shape is pretty good.
So are you the one taking all the videos of Stig working out?
Yeah, that's me.
Very nice video taking skills.
Guy.
So where were you at? Do you remember where you were when he won his bronze medal? Were you watching it?
Of course. Before the Rio Olympics, I was training with him 2 times a day. So I felt with him. I was home here in Oslo. I was watching, crying, everything. I was so happy for him. And, that was a big moment, not only for Norwegian wrestling, but for the whole Norway and for the team and the coaches. You get that feeling that you do something right every day, and you have this, you have this medal. Hey, look, everybody can do it. That's a big thing.
And he returned the favor, because there's that awesome video of you that United World Wrestling posted last night of you celebrating, and Stig's crying when you won your European gold medal in Rome.
Yeah, that was a sick video. And in the end of the video, you can see him. We're going head to head, and I almost kissed him, you know. That was so, yeah, that was a big moment that we could share together. So I'm really happy we did get that moment. So, yeah.
Let's talk about that tournament. The European Championships, you become Norway's second Greco-Roman wrestler in the last 25 years, joining Felix Baldoff to win a European title.
Yeah.
Funny part is, in an interview after you won, you said that you and Felix used to live together, and he was the European champion of the house. You moved out, or he moved out, and now you're the new European champion of the house. So,
Yeah, the
what was
funny
it like
part
winning
with
the
that,
European gold?
the funny part with that story is like when I was going to travel to Roma, we said farewell, and he was going to move out. He was the European champion. He always used that against me when we were on training. And come on, you need to train harder like me. I'm the European champion, you know. But when I did come back from Rome, he was moved out. But the apartment needed a European champion, so it's quite funny. You know, it's
Yeah,
something special about that apartment, you know.
yeah. One
So
gold medal leaves, another one shows up.
yeah, so now I have another wrestler moved in with me. So when I move out, he's going to be European champion,
New
no doubt.
European champion. And your tournament was pretty spectacular because the way you won was, I like to look at your style of wrestling as that classic Scandinavian style of pressure, but what you've added to that is the ability to wrestle 6 full minutes. I mean,
Yeah,
you go all out. And the thing is it looks like you're training and wrestling for a fight while everyone is training and wrestling for wrestling. You're out there to go put it all on the line for 6 minutes. And you won close matches. You look
yeah,
at your European champion, 4-3, 2-0, 2-1, and then in the finals with
you too.
Abdullayev, 2-2.
Yeah.
And you were down 2-0 going into the second period. So what is it about your style of wrestling that allows you to win those close matches?
I think it's just, I think it's just because I wrestle hard. I wrestle hard on practice every day. I give it my all. And when I go into a match, I think that it doesn't matter if I die now. I'm just going to wrestle my hardest 6 minutes I ever done, and I did that. And I, like in the final, I blacked out the 2 last minutes. I can't remember them. I just remember that the whistle go. I still don't remember them, but I think the most important part is like to wrestle hard. You know, you need to control the match every time, because if you let up, he will take the control, and that has so much to do in a match.
And that's Coach Fritz, speaking with him, he said that there's no such thing as 60 or 70% to you.
No,
And
that's nothing. Like on the 2.5 year now I wrestled, I've counted like I think it's 23 like cuts under my skin and under my eyes. It's like every time because I wrestle so hard and you get beat up, you know. You can
where
see
does that
it.
come from?
That's because of my tooth also. I wrestle so hard. I give it my all. That's the only thing I can say about that.
Let's talk about that tooth while we're at it.
Yeah, okay.
We'll come back to that. But where does that style of wrestling come from? Was that passed down? Because Stig the same way. You look at Stig's the Norwegian Instagram the other day. They posted of cut. So is it just you guys? Everyone in the room is going 100% at all times, or what?
Yeah, we have this the group. Have you seen Vikings to Tokyo?
No.
Oh, we had like this group who are together. We call us Vikings to Tokyo. We go the extra mile. So together we go hard, and we had this mentality that we go 100% every time, because at the end of the day you can win medals then if you give it your all every fucking practice.
And the tooth. It's become your trademark now.
Yeah, definitely. Also,
And
people
after
know me
you won
only
your
like the
European
person
Championship,
without the tooth.
excuse me?
The people here in Norway only know me as the guy without a tooth now. So it's been a trademark now, for sure.
But after the European Championships, you said that you're going to get the tooth fixed. And now that it's become a trademark, are you going to keep it?
No, I'm not going to keep it. I had a dentist appointment 25th of March, and because of Corona, I didn't get that. So now I need to order a new one. So I would think maybe 7 more months or 8. I think I will have my tooth fixed. So I just need to hang on. It's fine for me, you know. I don't care about it. Everybody knows about it now, so it's okay for me. But
And
yeah, I'm really glad I have a girlfriend now. I can say that. I'm really glad for it.
see, before before the tooth got
Yeah,
knocked out.
before the tooth, I had a girlfriend. She is sticking with me through this also, so I'm really happy about that. You know.
Back to more wrestling stuff. So you, the momentum you have. I mean, coming into the European Championships, I'm sure you knew that you weren't the favorite to win the European Championships. I mean, there was other guys, and to look at your progression, because you've wrestled cadet, junior, U23, and senior European Championships, and after the 6th time, you finally get that gold medal. So now, do you carry that momentum into, whenever wrestling resumes? Because now you're still riding on that high while everyone else is chasing you.
Yeah, it's like for me, it's more like uh, gives me that confidence. You know, you can clap it on your back, and you have done it. You can do it one more time. That's the main part for me, who's most important, because now I can see it. I've done it one time. I can do it again. So I was really excited for the European qualified for the Olympics. I was so ready for that, but you know, Corona is the shit. But yeah, I think I will build on the momentum and yeah, keep going with the same style. I will do that. And yeah.
And let's talk about the European qualifier. I mean,
Mm.
your weight class, you look at 67 and 77, and they're so close together. In 67, of course, there's guys going up, there's guys going down, but there's something like 9 potential world medalists that still have not qualified. And you look at the names, Rasul Chanayev, Kropazi is potentially a 67 guy, Mehut, Ettlinger, all those guys are just in Europe. So are you looking at the European qualifier as the opportunity to qualify, or what does that tournament mean for you?
Yeah, the tournament means a lot. You know, it's Olympic spot on the place and the prize there. So everybody wants to do their best there and qualify for the Olympics, but it will be hard. You know, 67 is the weight is so hard. You know, they have many good guys, and it's so close. You know, top 20 in 67 are it's just small between every wrestler. So it will be very hard, but I was really excited for that. And you know, maybe we will see something new happen. You never know what's happened there in that weight class, because everybody is so good, they're so even. But I think I will qualify when the time comes for that, when they can have the qualifying
Yeah, and
tournament.
then not even to mention, you're going to have Shinobu Ota in Asia, who's going up from his world title winning weight of 63. Hansu Ryu, of course, from Korea, multiple-time world champion. Those are guys that are at the world qualifier. But
Yeah, they've
let's
been the world
say,
champions.
I mean, you want to have somebody at the weight class to wrestle to really see how you're doing after this coronavirus. Who would you want to wrestle?
Me, if I wanted a rematch, I would have a rematch against Stabler. No
Stabler?
doubt. Yeah, no doubt. When I met him in Nur-Sultan, the World Championship, I had only wrestled for 3 months, and I with a broken back. So I want that rematch. I want that rematch before he throws his shoes away. No doubt. Oh
And that so you and that, was that the reason you missed the European Championships in 2019? Was because of your
yeah,
back?
that was the reason. 3 days before I was on the MRI, and they say you can't wrestle. You need to lay on the sofa for 3 months. So that was a hard pill to swallow.
So now
Because
you're
you're so
returning.
old, but you can't wrestle. That's the worst part for every wrestler in the world. Everybody wants to wrestle.
Yeah, and when you say Stabler, the thing about that is Stabler was up at 72 at the European Championships. You won it, of course, at 67. But do you think that so he's been up at 72, and if you look, it's going to be 22 months from the time that Stabler makes 67. So from Nur-Sultan to Tokyo, that's going to be 22 months where because he wrestled up at 72. Do you think you
Yeah,
have an advantage now because he hasn't made weight in so long?
no doubt. I think it's very hard for him, and we're good buddies. But I think it will be hard for him to cut down. No doubt about that. You can see a different Stabler. So yeah, I want to wrestle him in 67 again. That rematch, I think it will be very good for the audience and everybody who's watching. And I think
I
I'm
do
not
as
the only
well.
one who wants to see that rematch. I hope maybe in the Olympics. I hope that would have been fantastic.
What about this? 2021, the World Championships are in Oslo, Norway.
Mm.
Let's talk about that. The potential to does that get you excited? Look, you're
Yeah, I get excited. If he comes down, I mean, he needs to come down because in 72, I think his pace and his stamina, nobody can beat that. But if he goes down to 67, I will wrestle him, and I think I will beat him.
And what does it mean for Norway to have the World Championships? How
Oh,
big is that for Norwegian wrestling?
that's big. That's big. Wrestling is not so big here in this country, but with having this World Championship, I think that will boost, and I hope we can get more kids to start wrestling because it's so nice sport. And yeah, I hope we can get much out of it.
Yeah. When the World Championships do come, do you think you'll have a lot of family and friends that'll show up
Yeah, no,
from?
no doubt. I think the whole half of the Buddha before people are coming down to watch me. I hope so. It will be fun to wrestle on a home court. And it's something new. I've never done it with like a championship, so I'm really excited for that. And yeah,
And it's going to be in a new arena, right?
yeah, it's a new arena. It's I don't know what the name is. I don't remember it now, but it's like a whole new arena they'll build for this. So I think it will be very good, and I think everybody who should come and see, I think they will be impressed.
And let's look forward to the 2021 Olympic Games. Of course, I'm sure you've been dreaming about this ever since you were a little kid.
Yeah,
What's the main goal?
the main goal, the main goal is first to qualify, and I wanted to be on the qualified this year. I'm only 23 years old, so I have my whole career in front of me now. I'm still young, and so I think this year I'm hoping to qualify, and everything that comes after that is just a bonus. But in 2024, I'm looking for that gold. No doubt.
And you said you're young, but you're coming off a European title. And in order to reach that next level, you're still going to have to make improvements, and you're going to have to be doing that for your entire career.
Mm.
But to reach that podium in Tokyo, what do you have to do from now until then to assure yourself a medal?
For me, it's like you need to train every day. Always be ready. In these times, you never know when the competition will happen or something. So for me and my mindset, I always need to be ready. You can't slack off uh, every day. You can't do that. That will cost you everything. Maybe it will cost me an Olympic qualify. So for me, it's just training every day hard.
And I'm sure you're looking at this time as your opponents are taking off, and you're saying you're training with Stig. So are you using this opportunity to get ahead?
Yeah, no doubt. I'm using this opportunity to get ahead of everybody else, and I also using this opportunity to work on my weaknesses. So now we have a lot of time to make the final preparation, so I will be ready for the qualifying and for
All right.
Tokyo. So I'm
Well,
really excited for what's going to happen.
well, the floor is yours now. Can you please give your Norwegian fans, your fans around the world, some closing remarks, and then please tell them where they can follow you on all social media channels, and we'll let you get out of here.
You can follow me on, should I take it in English or Norway? Both.
It's up to you, please.
Follow me here, Morten THORESEN. And you can also follow my Facebook page. It's the same, Morten THORESEN, as Facebook. And a big shout out to Vikings to Tokyo and all the wrestlers around the world.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. And make sure everyone out there is following United World Wrestling on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Subscribe on YouTube. And we will be back next Wednesday with another UWW Live. Morten, thank you so much for joining us.
Take care of yourself.
Take care.
See you.